All right. So you're asking like if you think it would be a good idea to have to tell the story about like the big videos like Christmas.
Well, yeah, you were starting on content of and how I'm looking at from my point of view of how I know you as a friend and from school and just being a man about tech A level and then starting these. To me, they're historic things, meaning not meaning we can understand it now, but in life there is steps, there's stuff you have done that I have, and I was a part of, especially the videos and stuff for my life has really was like this is crazy. And even looking back in time, like even stuff like even those songs are big songs. Maybe it's not the video is a song, but I think it's all connected to the
Yeah.
future now. To the future, because years from now it all connects, and I can see that you see it through your father and my father and stuff. So I'm looking at that point of view of what I see as really cool stuff that people, especially those videos. Yeah, those songs are like huge. They were huger than
Yeah.
even
So
now. Yeah.
for
Mhm.
me, it come down to a principle, right? And
Right.
from ever since, from you tell me
Hmm.
about comic,
Hmm.
you
Well, yeah, even can go back to the, I don't know if you want to go.
yeah, I can go as far back as
If
I
I
can.
was interviewing you, I would have start with like me knowing you, like the Wilkins and your family and Backside and
Yeah,
Old
wow.
Harbor
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's
but
incredible.
then
You remember
yeah,
that. But here's
yeah, man, so, yeah, mm,
here's the here's the thing. The
yeah,
first time me I did meet, what was I was sitting down on a wall waiting for my mother, and this was actually from the day before. I did,
judges.
yeah, George, at George's, and I was drawing. I think it was a Savage Dragon. The brother named Eric. Is Eric Larson the draw it?
Yeah,
No,
I remember
somebody.
from
But Savage
Image.
Dragon. Yeah, from an image comic. Yeah,
Mhm.
somehow I did read that image comic and there was a Savage Dragon. And I did draw.
I'll tell you how you read that Image comic
How did I read the image comic?
because I
Yeah.
it's like this got ego now. This got into video. I remember so when me come down, I love comics and I used to draw, and I used to have my uncle. I used to sell comics at George's. That was my first hustle because
Right.
I remember I had a comic. I bring it and man like yo, and the man everybody cheered. Everybody want to read the comics. So I'm like yo, send me a bag of comics. So him send me, and I was in the image and all that stuff. So I used to bring around comics and sell them, and that's how I in school. That was the first thing where
Good.
we start also. Yeah. So
I
the
right.
image.
So
Yes,
back
yes, yes.
so back to the story. I don't know if it was you that did show me the Savage Dragon thing, but I did remember it because somebody did have it. And
Mm-hmm,
I did get a glimpse of it and was reading it. So I was saying in my
mm-hmm.
mind, let me draw this thing while I'm there. Because I
Yeah,
always used to just sit down and draw as out of idleness. I never valued it.
yeah,
That's why it was on
yeah, yeah,
folded
yeah, yeah.
paper.
Yeah,
That's why it was just done with like a ballpoint pen.
yeah.
And
Well,
that's
back then there's a the more pencil and some
yeah,
more crush up paper. Yeah.
and that's why I did throw it away in the
Mm-hmm.
garbage when my mother did reach because
Yeah.
I never valued it more than that. And then when
Right.
you said to me, yo, them thing are important, why would you try with something like this? And I said, because it was just idleness. And you said, yo,
And you did bad,
uh,
yo, you're bad, bro.
yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
you said to me, if you draw some stuff, I will ink it, I will color it, but don't throw it away, just give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I will
Yeah.
just set it up. I used to ink the stuff and color it, and people used to start crowd around with. They say, yo,
Yeah.
if you draw this, draw that, draw this, draw
God, my youth, I want it. You
right,
don't buy
right.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so what that started to say to me, was that there is value in what it was that we were doing.
Right.
Same principle applied for everything creative that I did after that. It was there
Well,
was
you even took it to a next level because I remember when we were drawing comics on eight, and we were doing the regular photo 8.5, and I remember you coming and I'm like, nah, actual comics are drawn on the 16 8 by 16,
it
and
was
then we start.
Yeah,
everybody, me, you, Rodney, were like, whoa. Even Troy, we're like, yeah. So we start doing the bigger comics now, the
yeah,
bigger pages. Them,
right. It
yeah,
was
man.
11 by 17 that we used to.
Teen,
Yeah,
right? Uh-huh.
where I
Mhm.
didn't read that research. I read that in a
Yeah,
magazine.
you went hard on it because you
Yeah,
came back with the next level.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
And then and then when I did go UTech now, I started. Somebody did say to me, um, somebody said to me, so I'm reading that image. What I think it was a Spawn comic that you did lend me.
Yeah.
Um, asked me, and him asked me the question. This brother asked me the question, yo, how much of them comics you read per month? And I
Yeah.
immediately saw it as the opportunity, so for start sell them because I might
Yeah.
only
That's how I saw it in Judges. Yeah.
yeah. So, but I tell the man, say, yo, I read 50 comics a month, you know. And the man said 50. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
man. Any amount of comic you bring me can buy it. I took student loan, and
Hmm.
part of the student loan was supposed to be school fee, but the next part of it was supposed to be to buy a school book.
Right.
I said, forget
A
about
beer
the school
marble.
book. Forget
A
about
beer
school
marble
book.
that image.
Forget about
Yeah,
school book.
man.
So
Yeah.
I took the textbook money and I get the man deposit for the
Yeah.
about a deposit for buy the comic there. And the man
Yeah.
said, all right, when I going to get the rest of the money? I said, yo, soon, check me
Mhm.
in a week. And I remember I did give Wesley the comic them and say, yo, find find Sanjay, find Vijay. You remember Sanjay and Vijay Bowler?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yo, them man,
That's a bad artist too.
yeah, well, more than that, them start do all kind of thing now. I saw
Yeah. Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the other day with some car video. And
Bumble.
yeah, him and
Sanjay
do
have big cars, some have big IG. Hmm.
yeah. So anyway, them man they used to say, yo, teach me how to draw, and I say, yo, I can't teach you how to draw, but I learn how to draw from them comic here. So if buy them
Yeah.
comic and you practice from that, you'll learn how to draw good. And
Mhm.
those comics weren't available at novelty traders. So like we're the only people at the time that didn't know about Image Comics that
Right.
and brought them here. And because we read them and knew who the artists were and where they were coming from, which is something that you did tell me about with Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee,
Hmm.
Rob
Hmm.
Liefeld, Wiles Potasio.
Yeah.
Them man there.
It's but it's crazy how that works because remember I said when me I was in Florida and like comic and you buy comic at the blood clot every little corner store of comic. I did like them
Yeah.
and collect them just cause me, but nobody know. And so when I first got Jamaica now, and the people were like, "Yo, this bite rare," and like them things. That, remember bring two comics to school, and like by the end of the day, it looked like them got you a blood clot treadmill. Like everybody
Everybody.
cheer
Yeah.
up and take picture, and I was like, "What?" Like I'd never seen anything like that in my life over comic books. I'm like, "What is this?" Yeah, man. The
Yeah.
same way, it's so interesting. Yeah, and the same way you did see it as a yeah,
As an
so
opportunity,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So for 2 years, we ended up selling comics. Me and Wes, I would bring them in and just keep
yeah.
on rolling over the school book money. Um,
We started the whole Marvel thing. You started the comic craze before it
yeah,
even come out, bro. Yeah, bro.
yeah. And the only reason I stopped is because internet came out and people started
Yeah,
downloading games and stuff on torrent and
yeah.
all them thing like.
Something shift. Yeah.
But for that entire time, that was a thing that I understood. Like, if something looked good, it wasn't just about looking that it looked good. It was that people were willing to buy s- um
It was an image or idea or
yeah,
art. It was art. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
buy
Hmm. Hmm.
at a particular price.
Right.
I knew that if I could invest in it at a particular price, then I could sell it for that much more.
Right. It's all business. Yeah.
And so that was what graphic design was for me.
Hmm.
Somebody said, "Yo, I need a flyer for a party. How much you the flyer for?"
Hmm.
I never
Hmm.
tell the man them say, "Yo,
Hmm.
is 5 grand, 15 grand, or 50 grand,"
Yeah.
because I see a next man charge that. It's because
Mm.
I know say X amount of people are come at the party or based off of the venue. I know
Right.
say if certain amount of people pay for come through the gate is because them see the flyer road or them
Yeah.
see a billboard or them see a poster or whatever it is. So I used to price it based off of that. So
Right.
when music video time came around, I and the funny story about that is music videos was a thing that I said I wanted to do because we had a studio,
Hmm.
and in that studio, and the only reason why I had that studio is because my brother was doing music at the time.
I
Uh,
remember was there some crazy beats.
yeah, yeah. So Wesley used to build rhythm. Wesley used to play bass guitar, and Wesley used to write tune,
Mm.
dancehall tune, reggae tune. And I remember,
You're a gene them denominator because like it's the same thing with the comic books where you have a way of like you're like, oh, interesting. And then like in 2 days you're like, I know everything about it.
oh yeah,
Like in the beginning. I'm like,
that,
how do we just this?
I just
Yeah.
research hard, and that's the thing.
Yeah, man.
That's what you call market research. I never knew it at the
Mhm.
time, but that's what that's called.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Real talk.
so between graphic design and knowing how to get stuff printed,
Yeah.
that was really how the first business did actually, like how we go from
So what was the first so you would say comics or let's say whatever marketing and then to printing.
printing. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So because I knew that comics sold,
Hmm.
if we printed our own stuff, that must
Right.
can sell too. It's just that
Yeah.
people wouldn't buy a printed piece of material. Um,
Well, it's the same.
on
Go back to brand name and all kind of shit.
the-
Interesting.
right, right. The brand
Just a
name,
piece of paper.
but the brand name wasn't around the artist. It wasn't around the graphic design at the time. What it was around was the party or the event.
Okay. Right. 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 Right.
So if an event put out a flyer, it's not so much that they're buying the flyer
Yeah.
directly. They're buying the tickets, but they have to
Mhm.
know that the party exists because of the flyer.
Right.
They
So
can buy the ticket to
there's
the
a
party.
latent space between
Yeah,
the interesting. Yeah.
yeah. It's who is the wholesaler and who is the final customer. The
Right.
wholesaler is going to
Yeah.
be the
Yeah.
person who's selling the tickets for the
And
party.
everybody in between that catch the wave or whatever. Wow.
Correct. And
Yeah.
so that was what printing was. But
Hmm.
you find that parties would sometimes be hit or miss. So you end up
Yeah.
do a flyer for somebody. You get the gig for the printing, but then sometimes it take long to pay the money.
Hmm.
The printing, and you couldn't go. There's only so far that you can go without
Yeah.
giving up credit in order to grow. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to say you can't say to everybody. Everybody have to pay cash up front. You have
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
say, all right, I'm gonna have to start giving out credit to people. Who am I gonna
Right.
give out credit to? And you
Hmm.
take a bet on somebody who come back to you over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Then you realize if them um they will be reliable until they're not. The day that they're
Well,
not,
it's so. Yeah.
the day that they're not is when you get into it's the most inconvenient time. There's never a
But
convenient time that somebody
it's
owe you money.
it's strange you're bringing this up, and I'm looking at it from a whole the perspective of like the non-understander of business because it's so interesting how
Yeah.
it's it's all about money, right? It's all about sales. So you printing the image,
Mhm.
they need a money for pay for it. It's like a cedar, it's like a teeter totter almost
Mhm.
because you have to pay for them. So sometimes you give them a try and make money off of the money which off of the idea, off of the printing, off of the it's like four different levels and you have to give some leeway because if them can't pay, then you can't. But if them can't pay, it don't move. It's so interesting how it all goes back to it's like water, or like a
How does
you
it
have to
flow?
yeah.
How does the
If them to
creativity
pay,
flow?
yeah. So sorry, continue. Yeah.
Yeah. So you end up in a situation where um somebody you make a bet or an investment in
Right,
your
investment. Okay,
in your client.
right.
And that's really what anytime somebody says, yo, you can't trust me, that's something that you're
Hmm.
making an investment in the client so that one day that client realizes the value out of what you gave them the credit for and is able
Right.
to profit from it and come back to you with a portion of the profit that is made. That's
Right.
literally what giving somebody credit terms are.
Hmm.
The
And that
bet,
way you both make the money and the wheel turns. Yeah.
correct. So the bet is that you can give somebody 7 days credit,
Yeah.
uh, or 14 days or 30 days. But
Hmm.
the problem is if you over if you give out too much of your money,
Hmm.
or you credit too much, at some point you are going to have to go to the printer another time and say, hey, I need this thing printed, and he says, you owe me from the last time.
Right.
And you're like, oh, but I don't have the money from that guy yet. He was supposed to pay me two
Hmm.
weeks ago. Don't pay me yet.
Yeah.
And he says, well, I can't do anything for you until you bring some money come in. It's like, where am I supposed to get that money from? I don't know, but that sounds like a you problem.
Hmm. Hmm.
So you end up,
And it all levels out because him can't promote the thing if you don't have the print, and then you can't print the thing if you don't have and both of you waiting on the same money.
correct.
Yeah.
So there's a
It's
discipline
crazy.
that comes into place. So now you have
Hmm.
some guys
Hmm.
now but you have some guys who they will floss and it's an ego thing and them take the money and buy Benz with it or them
Well,
take the money and take up
yeah.
the girl and
Even back to what you're saying, you could have done a wickedest flyer, but if it's not promoted well, maybe you get 50 or 1,000 of them and then put 10 on a bar and give 10 away, and the
right.
promotion wasn't right. Other than separating, it all goes back.
Right.
Wow. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it's very later on in life that I realize that real value is only created with credit. And
Okay. Okay.
this is an even bigger principle and something that can be explored in another call. But if you
Hmm.
really think about it, if you when you say to the bank, I need $100,000 to do something,
Yeah.
bank says, you can, all right, how are you gonna pay the bank back?
Right.
I'm going to I'm gonna pay the bank back when I build this thing for $100,000 and then somebody pays me $1,000 a month for 100 months.
Right.
Um, and I can use that to pay you back.
Right.
So if the so then the bank says, okay, soon come back, and they don't go into a
I gotta check with my boss. Yeah.
right, no, they don't go into a safe, they don't go to the Bank of Jamaica, they don't change out gold, they don't
Okay.
print new money. What they do is they just type in $100,000
Hmm.
into your account,
Right.
and then you type 100. You go to the ATM, and the ATM print out what they have. The money was
Right.
created at the point when you said to the bank, "This is how you're going to get your money back." In other words,
Whoa.
this is the value that you're creating.
Right. Right.
So
This
this
is
whole thing
the
about
essence that shall appear.
yeah,
Cross
exactly,
your finger.
exactly. Which means that
Yeah.
unless somebody have an idea, new
Right.
money can be created.
Hmm.
So somebody have to come and say, "Yo, I want to do a party. It needs to look a particular way to attract a certain crowd."
Right.
And you
Right.
the flyer to attract that crowd, not what you want,
Mhm.
not what
No.
you think is cool, but
See
what
the vision.
but what the person is gonna pay for tickets down the line thinks is cool to say,
Mm.
Laws and script, I have to go to a party here.
Yeah.
So
Big part, you know.
yeah,
They
it's a
laugh.
big part of this. Yeah. So,
A beer again.
so yeah, we're gonna go there.
No. Yeah,
So,
man.
so that so that principle is what I did use for the flyer thing. But
Okay.
and that did go on for how it did go on, and then I ended up go Switzerland, and then um
I remember 2 years in Switzerland. Yeah. Yep.
yeah,
And that,
come back from Switzerland
the meet cold weather.
after making some money and hating the cold weather and saying, and my parents was like, "Yo, um, good to have you back. You need to go back to school, and you need to buy a buy a car, buy a house." And I'm saying,
I love your parents. Your parents are, I love them. I don't know them, but they're just they're just Jamaican. And they're just roots. They're like, yeah, that's something I deal with it.
yes.
Hello, go it. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah, but if I buy a car and I'm buy a house, the money I go just done.
Right.
But what I know for do for make money is for print things and design things.
Yeah.
So I kind of need a laptop and I kind of need to have a reserve of money for invest into production.
Right.
So they're like, that's stupid. Go school.
No, don't worry about that. Go school.
so
Get that job. Yeah.
so I ended up deciding to go against what they said, buy a laptop. And
So your parents tried to buy a laptop? You didn't get a laptop?
no, I tried to buy a laptop in Switzerland and a man scammed me. A white man driving a
God,
Porsche and a nice
God damn
scam me.
racist bastards. Even in Switzerland. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Son of a.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I just got the laptop for you. It works good.
To me, everybody says, wow, Switzerland is the safest place on earth. I get robbed
Yeah.
in Switzerland, man, hold me up and rob me in Switzerland, man.
How you gonna get robbed in Switzerland, bro? No. Like,
Some
what the fuck?
African, yeah, some African guys. And police stopped me and told
Oh, oh
accused
my
me,
God.
said,
Yeah.
man, I swallow ball of cocaine,
Mm-hmm.
look
Mm-hmm.
string in my mouth
Big thing that.
so that they can pull it back up. And I'm like, what are you doing? Man, I go work at you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, make me live
Yeah, bro.
from a job.
Yeah. Fuck
Point
up my vibes there.
yeah, point is though that they had the experience that I had said I had to come back to Jamaica and I was going to even if I have to start over, I will come back to Jamaica and and do what I know. Basically, I'm making the trade. I'm taking
Right.
cash from this place and I'm trading it
Right. All
uh,
experience.
for some for a bigger payoff down the line.
Right. Right.
So what that look like for me is buy a laptop, get Photoshop and Illustrator on the thing because if I'm a Photoshop and Illustrator, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so I did
We have
that.
a big up. We have a big up Mr. Amalder in this whole thing.
Right? Yes, Peter. Gosh, man.
He's
Oh,
a
God.
mother. Oh, fuck with him. Sorry, okay.
Your father for bringing the
Yeah.
Mac computer to your room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I end up learning. And
Dog, are you a thing?
bro, I want to tell you, sir, because you did teach me Photoshop, or Peter O'Malley did teach us Photoshop.
I was gonna say yeah, because it's Pete I learned from, and then yeah,
And I was just there. We did go in garage, and then you did get the computer
yeah,
in the room,
yeah.
and we learned how to do that. And then me teach Wayne, who did the T-shirt
Oh
at
shit,
the time. Now them man, they have the largest outdoor printing thing
bro, I'm
to go
telling you, dog, and it's not
to
even
Jamaica.
about this or that, but little things make a big thing in the world, bro. I say that everybody doing stuff every day. Them not even fucking realize. When you look back at time now, we can look back and say,
Bro,
you know what, say, Jaja, mm-hmm.
we have about two house and we have a Porsche Cayenne,
Yeah,
one of the GTS, and
yeah, in a yard,
two other car,
nice.
and him buy all of them things there within 1 month. I mean, I said,
Man, I come in.
and then him I said to me, yo, me just a try find happiness in it. How you happy? Yeah. I'm like,
I'm trying to eat some food. That's how dinner
why?
makes me happy, bro.
It's like, why you ask me? It's like, yo, because you did teach me Photoshop and tell everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then you taught me Photoshop. So it's like the more original the knowledge is, the broker we are.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's
Yes,
like electricity, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. But that said, I can't say that I've ever gone hungry per se. There's always something that we can try and do.
No.
Kind of
It's the moment. It's the being in the moment, bro. I'm
yeah,
so even to this moment, I'm so grateful for that.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so that said, there is the principle. So the principle continued because there's repeated patterns, and
Hmm.
the next pattern was that when I came back, because my parents were saying you need to go to school, so I set up the interview for you to go back and do your degree. And you're just gonna go and
Oh,
talk to the people. So I go to this meeting. First of all, I call to see if I can do the interview over the phone
yeah.
with them. And they're saying, no, you need to come and sit down in front of
See
us.
you in person.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. You have to
And
be here.
we need to figure out whether or not you are worth coming back to the course or not because we're a prestigious institution. I'm saying,
Man, a rock star, like, yo, I'm gonna call you on the phone. You can't do a phone interview, cousin. Like, what's up?
so,
I mean,
so then I said, all right, listen, I'll keep my money and you keep your degree. How about that? And
mm. We're just done the problem from now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so but then I had to figure out what to do with the money next.
Right.
And it turns out that there was a guy who I found out was leaving. I don't even know how I didn't know about this brother. I think it's my god brother did tell me
Yeah.
did tell me say somebody in Portmore did a fly out and even that try figure out ship how to ship him studio equipment
Yeah.
overseas. And for some reason I didn't have a mail pack account at the time.
Okay.
I had a mail pack account before it reached like 1,000 users. So
Yeah. You ever did you was ever in some tech thing?
yeah, I was always an early adopter of everything.
What the
And it was
fuck?
purely by accident.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah.
they, they were saying to me because I knew how to get things from foreign, maybe I knew how to ship stuff up. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know nothing about that. But if this guy's moving his equipment, I'll buy it from him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go over to the man house in Portmore, convince him, say, he must sell me the studio equipment.
Right.
And yeah, use the school fee money and buy the studio equipment.
School pay for everything, and I just want to quote in this interview that school education has paid for most of the things that just
Yes.
came out.
School fee is the best investment.
Book pay for everything. Book pay for everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
But I, I bought the studio bought out the studio equipment because I figured Wesley would, if Wesley had an opportunity, he would be able to capitalize on that. So we bought
Right.
the studio equipment, and then our next brethren of mine, he was leaving. He was migrating to go to Canada with his wife.
Right.
There was a studio space that was being vacated. So it was already like soundproofed and everything.
Yeah.
And the space was right in the same building that I was already doing like a regular print design, a publication work.
Right.
And we took over the space basically. And little by little, people would come to the studio because there was like another artist that was there in a rehearsal room near next door. And
Yeah.
some of them would pass by our studio, the entrance to our studio, to hail up the guy that was there before.
Yeah.
Right. We said, no, I'm not really, God, not there again, enough.
I'm going to Canada with him wife, man.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like,
Him fly out.
but them did hear a beat, the beat a kick. So they must say, so
Something going in there.
yeah, so well, I ready me a bill. Like, and so what
Why you
ended
need that?
was we had artists come in and just start voice. So we ended up voicing Turbulence. We voiced an artist named Bushman. Apparently Bushman is very
Yeah.
Europe.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we voiced Sizzler. Known at the studio.
Kolanji before him name Kolanji. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it was around the same time.
Okay.
We did. I think we did do something with Sasha. From what's your name? Sasha with Sean Paul and I'm still in love with you, girl.
I'm still in love. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So I think we did voice something with her. And I have a brother named Gary who was basically trying to package a rhythm to sell to VP. Like that was the formula. So you remember we're talking about how comics could be packaged for the youth and my judges. because we
Yeah.
know that them man they buy.
Yeah.
And you package flyers because the man them will put on party and buy flyer for a particular price because they would need to get stuff printed. It's the
Yeah.
same way that's producer would pay for studio time
Right.
and then pay for put tune on radio and then pay for have artists come in and voice because
Right.
we would pay a particular price for a listen to then put it on their strictly to their reggae gold or their
Yeah.
they used to they people used to have these compilations
Mm-hmm.
and they would just buy out a project
Right.
based off of who was popular on the project.
Mm-hmm.
Um and that's how the producers would get back their money. So we'll talk about
Flip it
distribution.
and yeah.
So we'll talk about distribution through CD sales, uh,
Okay.
green sleeves and VP the
Right.
business of these projects. And them take the down the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do that. But then I'm saying idea of, of writing concepts for music videos.
Yeah.
And I used to do music videos. I used to write these treatments.
Yeah.
As somebody said, Tony Rebel said to us, so if you can write, tune, and then make a feature video for it,
Mm-hmm.
you can make a whole heap of money and we'll pay for the project.
Yeah. Ready
Tony,
for go.
Tony Rebel never did.
Okay. That's as far as it went.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I remember sending him, I remember writing over 200 treatment,
Boom, class.
2 years,
Yeah.
different artists and different production house.
Mm-hmm.
And and then one day we had a commercial, asked, asked me to write a concept for a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I needed a stylist
Yeah. That's
because
another video you can put in there is the what his name? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. The video you did with on the roof. Bugler. That was another that was another big video. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. But this was all before I did meet Janelle.
Right.
But being able to so when we did this concept for the commercial,
Mm-hmm.
I was in the middle of doing page layout for a magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the name of the magazine that we did, but a girl named Heike
Okay.
Wallenweber. She's a German chick that was doing
The
some.
name is so serious. Heike Versken Timat.
Yeah.
It sounds like German out. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was doing a magazine. She was dating a dancer named Ghana at the time.
Right.
And, yeah, that whole thing is another story. How dancers at the um, I thought the future was going to be
Yeah.
of music videos was going to be TikTok and not MTV. Back then it was called.
That's crazy. And what year was this?
This was in 19. No, this was in 2000. And this was after YouTube came out.
Okay.
Years after YouTube came out, maybe um, early 2008, maybe.
Okay.
Or into 22. No, it was in 20,
Mm-hmm.
between 2010 and 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, no, maybe as late as 2014.
Yeah.
Gary Vee was talking about like musically, and I realized that musically was going to take over the music video scene. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so it never made sense for us to do content for MTV and BET anymore from Jamaica.
Right.
It made sense for us
Right.
to do it for musically, which is now TikTok. What
Right.
we
See
got
there.
what we got wrong was that what I got wrong rather was that it was going to be artists that was going to be pushing the music on TikTok.
Right.
It was actually the dancers. That
Okay. See there.
so somebody like a Ghana Ghana at the time, and somebody like what the girl named Mystic.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
these were dances that were very popular in Europe because they would have like dance classes and stuff in Europe.
Hmm.
Um, but I never saw them as more popular or influential than the artists who were coming up with the music and performing them on stage.
Right.
So that these these artists, these dancers that would perform the songs were going to be the people who would push the music further than any artist could because there's so many dancers that would jump on these rhythms and come up with dance that new dance moves and stuff. We
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
these
Yeah. Yeah.
dancers in our music videos. So
Hmm.
back to how we got our first music video.
Yeah.
Um so we did these all of these treatments. Nobody was accepting them, but over the time, just putting in the reps of coming up with stories for music videos
Hmm.
and planning music videos that never happened for 2 years every week,
Hmm.
um, became it became like a muscle
Yeah.
that we were just exercising over and over again. And so when the stylist said, "Okay, I'll work with you on a commercial," because I
Hmm.
used to the stylist through hiking, a brother named Dexter Pottinger.
Hmm.
Um, Dexter then said, "Yes, I'll work with you in the commercial. 'Cause this is a good concept for a commercial, and I've never heard of it before." But um,
Right.
this is a very beautiful treatment.
You could also put Digicel. I know Digicel comes later, but that's also another.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
a crazy. Yeah, that was a big video.
Much later,
Rumbarto. Rumbarto. Hmm.
also much later. This was after
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
we had an established pattern, but the
Right.
pattern, but the pattern is coming up. The point is,
Okay.
we got when we got that first video to do,
Hmm.
it was um it was because Dexter said, "How you mean we didn't get the commercial?" Because it was Hawkeye that we were pitching the idea to for the commercial, and they were saying, "No,
Right.
this too compli this too complicated. We just want to show the building. We want to show the
Uh-huh.
armored vehicle, and we want to show the logo. You can't just do
Right.
it." I was like, "Yeah, but there's no story behind it. Why would people even watch it?"
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just, yeah, we can't.
That brings it from a regular 30-second regular video. Yeah.
Right. So,
To a whole. Yeah.
and it would have been 30 seconds. Like
Mhm.
it would have had a place to live online as well.
Right.
You
Right.
know.
But
But,
still.
so then Dexter said, "I can't believe them never take the commercial. It was a good concept." And so he
Yeah.
said, "All right, here what? Can you do the same thing, but for a music video instead?" I said, "Yeah."
Okay.
Yes. So he says, "All right, I have a producer brethren named Dylan Poe. He
Hmm.
is the manager for Swatch International. Them do Wedding Wednesdays down by Tivoli.
Hmm.
Um, it's Tivoli? Yeah, Tivoli. Every Wednesday. Well, call it Thursday morning, cause
Right.
like
Got early Thursday morning.
yeah.
Late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning.
He used to sleep, wake up, go anywhere,
Yeah.
and then leave from
Ready.
and go work. They would just
Yeah.
leave and
Jamaica.
work at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but
Mm.
the but Dylan say we're doing this video for Natalie Storm,
Right.
and
I remember that one. Yeah.
so we did the video for Natalie Storm. I never know how to edit edit a music video before. I only knew how to do treatments.
Right.
And when the production team, the director of photography, the lighting people,
Hmm.
so um saw saw what it was that
Hmm.
the,
Hmm.
the,
Hmm.
the detailed treatments and
Yeah.
the speed sheet with the shot list and what that's supposed to happen,
Yeah.
what and they're like, where it come from?
Hmm.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
from here. How do you know how to do this? It just
Right.
makes sense. In other words, I never went
Hmm.
to school. I never went on another person's set.
Right.
But know how for the things for somebody to even see me on a set. But the first time I was on set, I have presented them the most detailed shot list that they ever seen. So they were
It's like everything, like down to the T. It's strange. It's strange. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's strange how life, when you look at it, what you learn when you're learning it, and this don't make no sense. But later on, is like, oh well, I already know this. Like
yeah,
this
exactly.
makes it fit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there is a way. So going back to comics,
Yeah,
somebody had an idea, they put it on a piece of paper,
yeah.
or they put it on a computer, they print it out. Um, my shipping guy buys it. For me, I buy it from from the shipping guy. I give it to my brother. My brother sells it to Sanjay and Vijay at
Right.
George's.
Yeah,
In the same
yeah.
way,
That's your network right there.
in the same way, somebody sends me a song. I listen to the song, come up with an idea as to how it's supposed to be shot, what
Right,
equipment will be used to shoot this thing, what crew we need, at what time, and then we come up with a budget and put that on paper.
right.
Piece of paper that document
Hmm.
is like a comic, but for but instead of
For
Sanjay,
everybody, all the money. Yeah,
it's
for all
gonna
the scientists for read the number them. Hmm.
it's gonna be the producer. Producer then says,
Right,
all right,
or the investor.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah, the investor. The investor says, okay, how much you say you want for this?
yeah.
300,000, which was about 50,000. It was about 5,000 US at the time.
Right,
He then says, all right, I'm gonna give you this 5,000 US based off of this document.
right.
And
You just want to weigh money, I'll go. What
right,
the money used for?
and
Yeah.
he's going to produce this thing because he produced this thing, and I put this on YouTube, and I put this in England, in some of them weird cities in Europe,
Yeah.
and some of them Caribbean island. I can do a club tour with Natalie Storm, and I can
Yeah.
get 3,000 each time. And
Venue.
if I get 5 venues
Yeah.
at $3,000, that is $15,000. I make back my $5,000 where I spend on you plus
Right.
extra that I can eat food off of.
Hmm.
And
Facts.
that for me was the unlock. When him start
Okay.
to say, I know how to get my money back. Um,
Make it. Yeah. Pay everybody back and get our food for yourself. Yeah.
right. Then I know say, okay, now I know what I can charge people who produce videos.
Right.
So me and them did work together. Me and Janelle did work together. Because Janelle had a contact list because she used to work at Hive. She had a contact list for about 300 odd artists
Yeah.
and just celebrity people because she used to have.
You guys together. I mean, it's funny because I look at the list I sent you, and that's what the small parts that I was a part of. But
Yeah.
they're really connected. I mean, it's really brilliant, especially when you look at videos now and video back then. That
Mhm.
whole process, you know what I mean? And it was way ahead of its time because Jamaica never know about that. The world was on that, but we're doing that from a whole different culture. You know, it's a whole different
I want
um
to tell you this.
quantum leap.
Dylan, the same guy that started the storm, said to
Mm.
me, Jamaica is like a cultural mecca for the rest of the world.
Mhm. Yeah, the war.
New
Let me
York
tell you.
is
Mhm.
is like an urban mecca for the rest
Yeah,
of.
right.
Everyone else is looking for something to gravitate towards and can't find it, but
Yeah.
Jamaica have it.
Let me tell you how I know Jamaica is a breathing, living organism through time and space. The language, because the slang. If me can yes me G and all them things, that slang there when me a talk now a foreign, if me go back to Jamaica, it na stay so a whole different slang I go on
Yeah.
within 2 months, 6 months. And that is so brilliant when you think of if you look at like even New York or you look at languages, they kind of stay in a percent that this is the word like even English. Yes, and the Lord, they speak in this, but Jamaica, the language itself transforms within 6 months. It's a whole different slang, a whole different vibe.
Well, well, not just that, but if you think about how Jamaica's slang or Jamaica's, let's say, dialect
Yeah,
branches off wherever it goes.
yeah.
Like when you go England, you have certain
Mhm.
parts of England where the man them talk their slang. It sounds just like Jamaican.
Jamaica, yeah, man. Canada too. Canada too.
Toronto.
Swahili. Or one Africa, them love Jamaican more. Them communicate better through Jamaican, what them know in Jamaica. Then
There's
yes,
a
fam.
there-
Yes, Maji. Yeah, man.
there's a place in I forget I forget where in Africa, but
Yeah,
there's a place them called Gaza
yeah.
in Africa. That
Guys,
is
I miss it. Go let me say. Yeah, man.
named after the place in Palestine. It's named after the place in Portmore. And
Yeah,
the
Portmore.
population of Gaza,
Guys, I miss it. Yeah, man.
the
I
population
tell
of
you.
Gaza in Africa is more
Hmm.
than
The actual Gaza itself. How would that work? How you can take the name of somebody and brand it for you. It don't even brand it. It's like it just transform and that's the real Gaza.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So,
Gotcha.
so that's the so so the pattern is that from back in high school, and this is where I'm wrapping
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
is where you will know what is cool and what people will rate, and you've always known that. And
I
every good idea that I've had
I
start.
go with a feeling. Like if it tingle, it's weird. If it, like I just like listen to a song and like yeah, I get this energy and like that's cool. Like it doesn't matter what people say. Like I like it. Like that for some reason it shocked me. It gave me this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's cool. And like look at this. This is crazy. Look at this. Like yeah.
So they call you a taste maker. That's what people call you in the that's what people would call people like you in the industry, a taste maker.
You mean like an old person hot? What kind of fucked up shit is that, bro?
A taste maker is the person people look to like as an oracle to say, "Yo, is this cool?" And you're like,
Interesting.
"Yeah, this is cool." And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it's now it's now um the culture now accepts it as cool because you said it. You said it was.
Whoa.
Uh,
Okay.
if
Okay.
you
I
could
like that.
if you could write as opposed to just being like dyslexic,
Hmm.
you would have
It's true. I,
you would have
I
been
like talking type.
you would have been like an editor at Complex magazine or like
Okay.
what's another one? Um Fader magazine, like
Okay.
the big music magazines, where they would say, "Who is going to be the next big thing?"
Right, right,
And
right, right.
basically write the article and arrange for a photographer to come and do the photo shoot for
Right.
for the next big artist because
Nice.
you are listening to and them very bad. What you have done with Jovi Rockwell, what you've done with the
Yeah.
guy with Craig Fox, them and
Hmm.
downstairs and just basically
That's what I'm trying to get into now is the new Jamaican underground. And when I say rock, I don't mean rock how white people are we're trying to even touch our music. But the new Jamaica, because that's the energy that comes from music and especially in bands, because what happened to bands? Jamaica used to be full of band, Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, bands, and all of a sudden, and there's nothing wrong with DJ and there's nothing wrong with the last 20 year, 30 year of, but I think now that
yeah.
rawness that I come out. That's why I tell Joey. I said, Joey, when you're busting out, if you give me the money, I don't want the money. I want to be an A&R and find good dig out them little weird fucking sounding shit because that's yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't even all right. So you have a brother named John Baker. You know who that is?
John Baker. The name sounds familiar. John Baker. I'm not sure.
I'll tell you who John Baker is. So
Mm-hmm.
John Baker is how do I put this? He is the manager for the mentor band, Jolly Boys mentor band.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
He's also
I think I have this one. Yeah.
He's also the manager for a group named PM Dawn back in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I miss you. Sometimes I miss you. Big tune, that's enough.
Yeah,
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 man.
yeah, yeah.
Set adrift on memory, baby. You send me. Oh, that was a remix, but yeah.
Yeah. So, um, so back in the days,
Yeah.
he used to manage the venue
Right.
in New York that he would do like he would basically take a venue,
Uh huh.
but he would like book out a night at that venue
Hmm.
and
Okay.
we just put performers on. Like he would get like performers on and then put money at the gate.
Yeah.
So he would basically just give top billing to people that he would manage.
Yeah.
The reason why he came over to New York was because he was managing the Virgin
Yeah.
Virgin Records at the time.
Right.
That's Richard Branson.
Okay.
So
Big name, that's
the exchange that Richard Branson did when Virgin Atlantic got the route for England in Jamaica was that
okay.
Baker came over with him. He
Right.
said, all right, is there something that we can do together in Jamaica from as a cultural exchange because we have Virgin records and stuff? And he came over and he built G Jam
Okay.
up
I love
in
that studio.
Portland. Yeah.
Hmm. Or that
And
hotel, actually. Hotel studio, whatever you want to call it.
correct. And Michael Leachin asked him to do Triton.
Yeah.
The
Right.
the Trident Castle
Right.
in Portland as well.
Yeah.
And while he was here on that gig, he discovered the Jolly Boys and then did
Okay.
the remix with Amy Winehouse and Jolly Boys.
See there.
They wanted to do the rehab. I was like, no, no, no.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right. And they did it in like the mental band thing. And they went on tour for a decade bec-
Crazy.
because John Baker already had the connections to the venues and stuff. So him just set up
Yeah.
the dates,
Connect the two.
most of them, and him just um, mobilize in each city. Uh,
Right.
like promotions in each city so that enough tickets were sold for when these guys got to the
Yeah.
Jolly Boys got to their town. I say all of that to say that he's a tastemaker.
Right.
So in Digital Rising Stars, them ask him to be a judge
Yeah.
on the Rising Stars because anybody that did win the Rising Stars or any talent that would have win the Rising Stars would have gotten a recording contract with G Jam.
Yeah.
And it was less about the recording contract and more about somebody needed to tell them whether or not the people who were on the stage performing was good or not.
Right. 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 Right.
And so that's the value. They're
Mm.
better to tell you that whether you're good or not than somebody who has had a track record. Um,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Mm. 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 Mm.
So that's the value in being a tastemaker. Now, the value that I bring is that I'm terrible at being a tastemaker. But if
Okay.
you tell me this is what people like,
Yeah.
I can reverse engineer
Mm.
to how to
You,
make it.
I don't know the name, but you definitely can. You just find. I don't know. It's like there's hole. It's like there's a water flowing and there's holes, and you just patch the holes, and then the water flow.
So,
I don't know how the fuck you do that. Like I don't. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I've
Mm.
been good at doing that across many industries.
Yeah.
If somebody, so I can tell somebody, I can guess what the culture is going to, or which way the culture is going to go.
Mm.
But if somebody says to me, this is where the culture is going to go, I can package the hell out of it.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. For years and
Which is,
pretty packaged stuff.
right.
Mm.
Which is what I've done with music videos, which is what I've done with flyers, which is what I've done
Yeah.
with um, software. And
Um,
now I'm trying to do that with like um, climate, climate resilient
it's
warehouse.
it just is interesting you bring that up because what if you were to talk to me now, and it may be age thing, but I honestly think that from Jamaica,
Mhm,
um, like food,
mhm,
natural food, land development,
mhm.
um, camping, hiking, and stuff like that is the simplest thing. And Jamaica need for really hold on. I think that's the and energy and better resources for energy. I think is a new, and it's not even what's the hype or what people like. I think that's the new what we need to take care of. Same way you're dealing with the economical environmental stuff. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it's about trying to find something that is important and then being able to know what working hard at it looks like. And when I say
Hmm.
working hard, I mean being able to know what to do in order to get from
Hmm.
point A to point B. Uh,
Right. Right.
and so that's what I've been able to do. I've been able to do that with Janelle in terms of Janelle says, I have these artists, I don't I know what they like. Uh,
And what is I see her up on Facebook. She don't link me. I link her and generally up on her own. I know she traveled in the world.
yeah, she living her life. Leave her alone.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she's fine. She called me the other day. Um
Okay.
a long a long time love of hers died, and
Oh, okay.
they were celebrating his life
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
over a group call. So that was the last time I heard from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, she's fine. She's on a different
Yeah.
track. Um yeah, so there is so if there was a pattern, it's about being able to make a good bet on what people want,
Right.
or having somebody on your team that is good what people want. And there is a person who knows how to package it or
Hmm.
or present it.
Yeah.
And there is the person who knows how um to build it, to go into the details of fixing.
Right. And make it into the physical realm. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
Mm.
have so in software, like in
Yeah.
Silicon Valley, which I will always be forever grateful to you for saying, "Hey, Winston, you need to come over to Silicon Valley," and then we'll go Google and
I'm so glad you came, even though it was a crazy time. I'm so glad you came, and I just loved it because you're staying with your cousin or whatever, and then you were going to the dojo.
Hacker
Yeah,
Dojo.
that's the Haka dojo. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Silicon Valley itself, I would like to go back there just to go back there because there's so much energy. California, I find out have a weird energy because
it is very,
other than
it is very weird, and
yeah, yeah. And I love New York. New York has people that have the money, them have the idea and they're making money off of the idea. But California has the ideas, and it's crazy because there's a vibe there. Like people just everybody has this idea, and like yeah, I'm working on, and it's just it's just a wave of just information. Come, I don't know how that works, but yeah,
yeah, I've gone there since the first time I did it back over there. I've gone back there a few times.
yeah,
To the point where I don't need to go back there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like I start
yeah.
to see cracks in the society, and to,
Well, and that's what's happening now. It's
yeah,
a new wave.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have to, I don't have to come back to this. I
I
know
honestly, Winston, from what I've seen and we all love Jamaica and we're all Jamaican and stuff, but I honestly think that Jamaica, and I think you know it too. I think Jamaica, the whole Caribbean, I think it's like a wave. It went to United States and went on. It's coming back now, and it will go through that, and it will go back to Caribbean, and and I think Jamaica has so many resources that we haven't untapped that we haven't messed with simply because we've been looking at what everybody else is doing, and we really focus on what we are and what we have as a culture, not even what as a culture is, but just as a Jamaica. I think it's all going to go back to where right there, the equator. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the reason I bring up San Francisco and the whole software thing
Hmm.
is because in
Hmm.
software there's a personality types that make a successful founder team for a
Yeah.
business. You have to have the hacker, the hipster,
Yeah.
and the hustler. The hipster
Okay. Three acres.
is the tastemaker. The
Right.
hustler is the guy who knows how to package and sell this thing.
Right.
And the hacker is the person who knows how to use duct tape and put it out.
Yeah. Make it fluid. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been kind of more like a hacker and a hustler uh, for some of these ideas.
Yeah.
And I've been able to partner with some great hipsters or some
Yeah.
hip makers throughout the examples, the career examples that we just spoke about in the last hour.
Nice. Nice.
So that's the pattern, and that's the takeaway to be able
Hmm.
to say you need a good um, hacker and hustler if you're good at figuring out where the culture is going and
Right.
next what's the next big thing culturally.
Right. Right.
Um, for me, I have to align myself with good tastemakers and in the under the right circumstance, a good a good hacker.
Yeah.
So in the whole warehouse thing, I'm learning that a quantity surveyor is somebody I, c- I can't do without an
Right.
architect and a structural engineer. These are
Yeah.
all people that I need to have on
Hmm.
my team because
Right.
I can package it so far and no more. Um,
Right.
and somebody would have had to tell me, um, yeah, you should be doing like warehouse and all of that. I don't even know where that is. I think I have somebody on my team.
Right.
They on my team that could be a good hipster or a good tastemaker to be able to say this
Yeah.
is what the market is looking for, and this is how we should package. This is how it could be packaged, or this would be what would be amazing right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know for sure if I have that person with that conviction that I can
Right.
follow or package to the people with
Hmm.
them. And so
Right.
that's kind of where um my journey
Is at this point.
is at this point, trying to find that person who can tell me what to who to build for.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
once I find that person, I know exactly what I need to do.
Right.
From
Right.
but yeah, but thanks for the call. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
jump.
man. Do you think maybe the respect and love and everything? Show me anytime, G. I'm going to send you some more pictures.
Yes,
Find the
please.
photos.
Yes, please. That'd be great. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, man. Bless up. Hail and love. Ah.